I have Dustin Chen here from Martin. It's a personal assistant app that I've been using for the past couple of weeks, and it's been really cutting through all these other assistants that are out there. So, Dustin, do you want to tell us a little more about Martin?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thanks for having me. So Martin is an AI personal assistant. The goal is to build like a real life Jarvis. So for now, the way you use Martin is you can text him, call him, email him, or DM him on Slack. And Martin manages your calendar, your inbox, your to-do lists, and more. You can also set reminders for you, send you briefings, give you wake-up calls. We basically design him to work like a human assistant would. And over time, he gets to know you and tries to help out practically.
Awesome. And it's he's 100% right. It does all those things, and I was blown away when I first got to use it because at first when I launched it, it has a really simplistic design. And is that like by design, is that on purpose or?
Yeah, we try to make it as similar to like how a human assistant would function. So you can reach him anywhere you would normally reach like a human assistant, like email or text or WhatsApp or Slack. And then we know that it's like kind of a new type of product. Like, we don't assume people have used many AI assistants before. So we try to like work really hard on our onboarding flow and make sure that the UX is just as simple as possible. I mean, our V1 was like really hard to understand. Most people were just completely stuck on the home screen and they didn't have a clue on what to do. So it's been a lot of iterating, and we still have a long way to go, I think, to make it like truly seamless and interactive.
I think half of it is basically like, do they trust it enough to do things for them? Like that was my biggest obstacle about, all these personal AI systems is how much of it do you want to give to this, AI and things like that. And because sometimes like in the early days of LLMs and things like that, like there were things that it promised it could do. And then when you actually tried it, it never did it. It would mess up or, give you some sort of hallucinations and answers. So I can see that like a big obstacle in trusting a personal assistant to do those sort of things for you. But in your case, it actually doesn't.
I mean, the reliability is like a real issue. Like even with super simple tasks, like remind me in 5 minutes to like go home or something, it's not so simple. So we've done a lot of benchmarking and just iterating on the simplest tasks so that as we get more complicated, it'll actually keep up. And also like in early versions, we definitely felt the pain of like, you can't even get Martin to do something reliably, like so simple, like one step happens.
Yes. I'm a big, Siri's been out for like, God, no, like over like 15 years now. And it's by far the worst assistant out there. And I know you guys have a goal of being a better Siri. Right off the rip, I'm assuming that you guys were, pretty confident that you guys had something better than what Apple has. Is there something that, Martin, absolutely sucks at right now that you wish it could do something that, but like it doesn't do now?
Well, the thing we're working towards, like our main product goal right now, is to get Martin to start doing things for you in the background. So going beyond just like responding to commands, but doing way more complicated projects. For example, a simple project, like one of our first milestones, is if you CC Martin on an email thread with someone else, he can carry through like the scheduling task. Like CC Martin, hey, find us a time next week. And then Martin will say, here are the times that this person is free, like the user. You want to pick one? Or let me know if any other ones work. And he just like facilitates the entire communication and then finishes off that project by scheduling an event. And if you need to reschedule, you just like tell Martin on the same thread. And that's the simplest project, but like it's already like pretty hard to get reliable technically. If you think about it, like the user can call you at some point while you're scheduling this and say like, hey, abort, like stop scheduling this, or like, hey, actually, I want you to put this person after my meeting with this person. Like, it can get really complicated. So just going from in the moment responsive commands to background tasks is like a big leap that we're working towards.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. I know Samsung's recently announced something similar where the Galaxy S25 onboard agents that work on the phone that, pretty much do not as like, not to the extent of what you're describing here, but somewhere in the ballpark of it. I find that really, because, I'm someone who likes things being done for him or decisions being made for him, like in terms of scheduling and all that fun stuff. So having something doing that proactively in the background is extremely clutch. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and it's really like the first entry point we found. Like scheduling something on an email portal is actually a great starting point. From there, you can get way more complex as you add more integrations, get more powerful. Soon after we break into like background tasks, we want to do like web automation. We want to get like all the integrations that we can think of, and we already have a very like modular, like scalable way that we can do this. We have about like maybe 10 integrations right now. But once you have web automations, we can do something like book me a dentist appointment every 6 months. But you'll have to research like the dentists near you, and you'll have to ask you for feedback. Like, hey, do you want this one or this one or this one? And if you say, hey, try them in this list, in this order of priority, you just like call each office and then like book an appointment. So it can get really powerful very soon as soon as we get like the core infrastructure for background tasks.
That's awesome. That sounds great. What's this team look like over there? You guys are fairly young. How many people are working on Martin right now?
It's actually just me and my co-founder. We both dropped out of college after our freshman year. So yeah, we're pretty young.
And I guess it's a pretty good reason.
So in the early stages, we only really need the founding team. And we'll probably start building it out maybe this summer.
Yeah.
More months from now.
Well, you guys had a pretty good reason to drop out. I mean, you guys recently got $2 million in funding.
Yeah, I think now it definitely sounds more reasonable. Like when we first started, it was it definitely seemed like not super rational decision. I was most of our friends were looking at us like seriously, like this thing is what you're dropping it to do. When I was demoing the first version of Martin to people, they just like were really confused. It seems like way worse Siri and like way worse ChatGPT, and like everything it did was just trivial.
It's
Like a year in, it's more reasonable now.
You know, I can definitely say that, you know, you're definitely doing something, you know, that's extremely helpful. I mean, it's helping me, so I can, you know, attest that what you're doing is great. So I hope that's some sort of a beacon of hope for you.
Thanks.
Of course, man, of course. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm assuming that your friends were just like, isn't this like, you know, like a fancier version of just like ChatGPT and things like that? But
Like way worse too. Like it was cut you off in the middle of your sentence, and like it would like come back with a sorry, I'm just an AI assistant. I can't do anything.
yeah. So your app is pretty complex. I mean, like on the back end, there must be a lot of work like for you guys to do. In terms of security, you guys have access to, you know, people's emails, calendars, all that fun stuff. How do you guys deal with security and stuff like that?
Well, we try to keep everything modular.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're asking about an email attach, we won't touch any of your other integrations. We only pull like exactly what is necessary in the moment. Of course, like all your accounts are separated. So if you have like 3 Gmails or 3 calendar accounts, they're all sort of in different buckets. I'll have Martin draft an email from this bucket. You'll only pull in context from this email unless you explicitly like, address them to pull something else in. And then of course we try to do all the like best practices for storing customer data. We go through the compliance for Gmail and for Google Calendar, and that stuff renews pretty frequently. So we have to like stay on top of our game.
Interesting. So in terms of background, I know you have an interesting background. Is this something that you always wanted to do? Like when you left high school, was, you know, getting to app development or, you know, computer science and anything?
Yeah, I always wanted to make apps. I think first time I built an app was like 7th grade with a couple of friends in middle school. Like we just made this like Wheel of Fortune app. Yeah, there was no server. It was just client-side like game in an early version with Swift, or maybe it was Objective-C.
Mm-hmm.
You spin the app and then you get like a reward, and then that accumulates. Yeah, so I always wanted to build apps. I wasn't sure how I felt about startups. I think in like high school, I really got into it in college when I interned at a startup that was founded by 2 Yale seniors and one of their friends. So I would work with them over the weekends in New York City. So I would commute from Yale, which is where I went to college, and I would live with them in their apartment. And it just felt like such a freeing way to live in your 20s. It was a great experience. They also had like a seed round and no other employees and like a very early product. So it was a very fun environment to work in. I also did like a couple of startup-y like side projects in college just to explore. So I built this thing called Campus Guide. It was like basically Airbnb for college tours. So you go on our website and you can find a bunch of students who attend different schools, and you can book a tour with them. I
Yeah.
spent most of my like extracurricular time on that during college. Probably spent more time on that than any of my classes. I just recruited all my high school friends to give tours with me. That helped me a lot. I think it taught me how to build like a true MVP and how to get like early users. So at the end of freshman year, I was pretty determined that I want to do the startup thing. It's so much more fun than my classes. And it seems like a few more years of this college thing isn't really helping me be like a better founder, but instead doing these side projects is like actually teaching me a lot.
It's awesome, man. Yeah. You're speaking to a high school dropout, so I totally, I totally understand where you're coming from. But I totally understand it. So, like, I've been there as well in terms of startup life. It's exciting. It teaches you a lot of being thrown in with the sharks. So I can totally attest to that.
You just did drop out after high school.
I was playing in a band. So I'm a musician, but like at heart, I was under the impression that rock stars make a lot of money, and we got we were playing at a really good bands that was up and coming, and I was young, dumb, and I wouldn't recommend it now. Uh, Hindsight, it probably wasn't the best decision, but it actually worked out in the end. So I really can't complain.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah,
I think I could have dropped out of high school. I think I was probably like too young.
yeah. My thing was that I was just really bored in school. Like nothing like really excited me other than the music program that they had it, and they went out of their way to like really hook me up with like good teachers, and I got a scholarship to go to Berkeley School of Music and things like that. So when it came to academics, I was just really bored. Not to say like I was like a dummy or anything like that, but it was just like it was in a sense too easy for me, and I would just always fall asleep in class, and then wake up and it'd be the end of the day. It's where now, like as I'm older now, I want to learn so much more, and like I wish I had that same drive now than I had when I was younger. But you live and you learn.
Yeah, I can like almost foresee that for myself. Like when I'm older, I'll probably remember like the opportunities I had at college. Man, I should have like paid more attention, but not now. Like, but back when I was in college, I was like falling asleep during lectures, and I would wake up and realize that I had a midterm like 4 hours from now, and, and didn't know about it.
Yeah,
That's pretty bad too.
don't regret it. No, because you're definitely doing the right thing. One thing I've learned is like when you're just like thrown in with the sharks like this, and you're getting that like firsthand experience while your classmates are still passing in papers. You're definitely steps ahead of everyone. And most people don't understand that about like launching a startup. It's not just making a product; it's learning how to market it. How to sell it. Dealing with logistics and all that fun stuff. It's not easy.
Yeah, definitely not easy.
Yeah, cool. How old are you now?
I'm 21.
21. And your co-founder is same age, I'm assuming.
I think he's 20. Yeah, he's 20.
Awesome. And did you guys meet in school?
No, actually, we met in San Francisco about like 8 or 9 months after we dropped out.
Awesome. That's it. That's really interesting. And this was all like in the same group, or like you guys had like how did that come to fruition?
Yeah. It's an interesting story. So we both dropped out of college to do different startups, and we dropped out with some friends from college. And both of our teams like exploded pretty quickly. Like nothing bad happened. It was just like our friends didn't want to do startups. They were just like doing a summer project, and we wanted to do it full time. So we both stuck around in San Francisco, like trying to make our things work as solo founders for like 8 or 9 months. And we were both like at rock bottom when we met. So we were like really struggling. I think when I met Ethan, he had like 2 weeks of personal runway left, and he basically had to figure something out, and he couldn't make like next month his rent for next month when I met him. And then for me, like I've been working on Martin already for almost a year with just little progress to show. Like the class was pretty bad, and we had like negative 50% month over month growth. So it was really bad when we first met, but then we've been working together since for maybe 7 months, 6 months. It's been really good.
That's good.
We've been doing so much better since we've been.
Yeah, it's really hard finding someone that you can like mesh with and work well together with. It's yeah, I can understand finding the right person is definitely clutch and benefits benefits to the end goal. I would say. Cool. Is there anything else that you want to add or you want to let our readers know about Martin or just like anything in general?
Well, they should try it. We love hearing from our users. It's like one of the things we pride ourselves in is just how much we talk to our users, and I think that's helped us nail the user experience. So a few ways we do that. If you just talk to Martin and tell him like your feedback, so he'll pass that along to us. Of course, he'll confirm with you first.
So no.
If you say like, "Hey, can you tell your developers to do this or that, or this feature is broken?" He'll let us know, and we'll pretty much try to reach out to you like the same day. And we just try to talk to our users a ton. So if anyone tries the product, you should definitely give us your feedback. Just tell Martin what's wrong with the product, and we'll reach out to you over email. We also have a Discord server, and we have a bunch of like group chats with our users.
Yeah, it's really important to see that when you see a product being developed and the developers are actually actually speaking to their customers, it shows a lot about the products. I know like there's a lot of like these like AppSumo deals and like there's a lot of people who take advantage of their users where they just make these products and they know that like it's not going to be worked on in 12 months. Going for a cash grab. When you see a developer that's really working to make the product better for the long run versus just like a short cash grab, it's really reassuring to see that. So like when I hear that, I'm just speaking to Martin and passes along the information. Like I didn't know that. That's like amazing. Like, and it has so many things that I still don't know that it can do. So that's really fun.
You can go to there's a website, doc.trymartin.com. We try to like almost like an API. We try to publish like everything that Martin can do because it's just kind of vast at this point.
Yeah,
it's gonna get even broader. Like there's gonna be so many use cases. So we try to put like videos on there and instructions on how to set everything up. So
yeah,
that's a place users can go for more information too.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And I want to tell like readers like how I use it. I have like really bad ADHD, so I'm constantly setting reminders for everything. Siri does reminders like stock, right out of the gate, but it doesn't like do all the things that Martin does. So my reminders are set where I have it call my phone, I have it send me a text message, and I have it Slack me as well. And so I get like a triple assault threat every time I know that I have to do something because like my brain needs that. And like if I don't have that, I'm lost. It finds all my important emails of the day where I have to respond to them. I get over like 150 emails a day, and it's hard to go through those every day and find the ones that I need to respond to. Having Martin just basically say, "Hey, this person's waiting on a reply," it's insanely beneficial to me just on that alone. You guys just recently rolled out a calling feature where it can call people for you. It can call businesses for you. And what I believe is still in its early stages, and you guys are still working on that. But it's been great so far, right out of the gate. My wife, I've been doing this thing where I have an assistant now, and she'll like ask me to do something, and I'll have Martin call her and just confirm things. It's like, did you really have to have your assistant call me? Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, the call feature is still really early. Like I think we can do much better there, especially with the background tasks. Like you just need to do. He needs to be so fluent in all the communication channels once he starts executing these large projects for you. So the call is kind of a prerequisite for that.
Yeah. I'm really stoked, man. I'm really stoked to see like what you guys have planned. I want our readers to definitely find you guys. You guys are at trymartin.com.
Yes. Yeah. trymartin.com.
Yeah. I'll have it all linked out as well as too. It's definitely worth checking out. It's really affordable too. What do you guys charge per month?
It's $35 a month. If it's monthly and $21 a month.
That's not bad. I have another service that I pay for. It's actually another YC thing. It's Friday email. It's like $100 a month. It's really expensive. And it's in beta too. So it's like I'm paying to test their products. But it's good though. Yeah. So definitely I'll check them out, guys. Give it a shot. You guys have a free trial as well.
Yeah. 7 days.
Yeah, that's all I have. If you wanted to close out with anything, the mic is yours.
Yeah, I mean, what is there to say? I think we both are doing this. We both started one because we have this dream of building like a Jarvis for everyone. And I think we're actually just at like the right moment in history where it's actually possible. So we really want it to be useful today, but then also as we get more advanced AI, I think it could be really like Jarvis from Iron Man. Like it can manage your whole business and be like your COO for you. So we're really excited about what's to come, and we just hope that our users talk to us, give us their feedback, and really stay with us on this journey. And not just it doesn't have to be like a transactional thing. We love hearing from users. So yeah, I hope everyone can try it out and give us some feedback.
That's great, man. I really appreciate your time. I'm sure we'll be in touch again. Yeah, but that's it for now. Check them out, guys. This has been great. I really appreciate the time that you gave us, and we look forward to speaking with you again soon.
All right, thanks, Chen.